Every comment, every setback, if it gets to you, you're handing over your power. Unshakable people don't have fewer problems, they control their reactions. Imagine life without overthinking or emotional outbursts, just total control. In this video, you'll learn how to train your mind to act unbothered so your emotions never trap you again. Master this and no one will ever control you. 1. The power of selective indifference. Most people operate on autopilot, reacting to every stimulus like puppets on emotional strings. The secret: selective indifference, the conscious choice to determine what deserves your mental energy. When you master this, you'll notice 90% of what people say and do has nothing to do with you. That coworker's snide remark, your cousin's backhanded compliment, the stranger's judgmental glance, these are projections of their own insecurities, not reflections of your worth. The strongest individuals practice emotional triage. They ask, will this matter in 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years? Most things fail this test. Develop your mental filter. Let trivialities pass through you like wind through a screen door. This isn't suppression, it's strategic prioritization of your mental real estate. The ancient Stoics called this the dichotomy of control, focusing only on what you can influence. When you stop giving mental space to the inconsequential, you reclaim tremendous psychological bandwidth for what truly matters. Practice this daily. When triggered, pause, breathe, ask, does this serve me? If not, release it. This simple habit, repeated, rewires your brain's response pathways. Over time, you'll develop what Navy SEALs call cognitive dominance, the ability to remain composed when others lose their minds. The payoff: unshakable confidence that comes from knowing no external event can dictate your internal state without your permission. 2. Emotional detachment is a superpower. Emotional detachment isn't emotional absence, it's emotional sovereignty. Most people confuse the two. They swing between emotional suppression, bottling up, and emotional indulgence drama cycles. The master avoids both extremes, practicing what psychologists call emotional granularity, the precise identification and management of feelings without being hijacked by them. Develop your detachment toolkit. The 10-second rule: when provoked, count silently to 10 before responding. This disrupts the amygdala's panic response. The observer's stance: mentally step outside the situation. Ask, what would my calmest, wisest self do now? The 5x5 rule: if it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes upset about it. Modern neuroscience confirms that emotional reactions peak within 90 seconds if not fed. Your job? Stop at the first flash of feeling. Don't add mental narratives that extend the emotional half-life. That angry email, draft it, then sleep on it. That social media post that triggered you, close the tab, walk away. The most powerful form of detachment is non-identification, the realization that you are not your emotions. They're weather patterns passing through the sky of your awareness. When you stop saying, I am angry, and start saying, I notice anger arising, you regain control. Buddhist monks and elite athletes master this through mindfulness, the practice of observing thoughts and feelings without attachment. Train this daily with micro meditations. Set phone alerts every 3 hours. When they chime, check your emotional state. Name it, observe it, let it be. This builds the mental muscle of detachment. Within weeks, you'll develop what psychologists call affect tolerance, the ability to experience strong emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This is true emotional freedom. 3. The art of not needing approval. Approval seeking is the mental prison we build for ourselves brick by brick through childhood conditioning, the escape, radical self-validation. Understand this: seeking approval is bargaining your authenticity for counterfeit acceptance. The transaction always leaves you bankrupt. Break the cycle through the mirror test. Before seeking others' opinions, consult your reflection. What do you think? The eulogy exercise: imagine your funeral. Do you want lived authentically or pleased everyone on your tombstone? The 100 people rule: if 100 people love you, 100 will hate you, and 800 won't care. Stop trying to convert the 900. Cognitive behavioral therapy reveals that approval seeking stems from mind reading, the false belief we know what others think and that it matters. Challenge these thoughts. What evidence do I have? What's the worst that could happen? Would it matter in a month? Build your anti-approval arsenal. Wear something slightly unconventional daily. Notice the sky doesn't fall. Say no to trivial requests. Observe how people adapt. Share an unpopular opinion. Realize disagreement isn't rejection. The most magnetic people practice attraction rather than promotion. They don't chase approval, they embody qualities that naturally draw respect. Like a lighthouse, they stand firm. Ships people choose whether to sail toward them. This lighthouse mentality comes from what psychologists call secure attachment style, the inner knowing that you're enough regardless of external validation. Develop this through daily authenticity drills. At meetings, voice one genuine opinion you'd normally suppress. Post something online without over-editing for likes. Have one conversation daily where you focus 100% on being authentic rather than impressive. Over time, you'll rewire your brain's approval addiction pathways. The result? What psychologists term differentiated selfhood, the ability to stay connected to others without compromising your core. This is the foundation of true confidence. 4. Criticism is just noise. Criticism is either sandpaper or a wrecking ball. It either smooths your edges or destroys your foundation. The difference lies in your filtering system. Most people have dysfunctional filters. They either reject all criticism, arrogance, or accept all insecurity. The master deploys a precision filtration system. Build your 4-layer filter. Source evaluation. Is this person qualified to critique this area of my life? A dentist's opinion on dentistry matters. Their views on your marriage don't. Intent analysis. Is this meant to build me constructive or break me destructive? The former comes with specifics. The latter trades in generalizations. Pattern recognition. Is this a one-off comment or a recurring theme? One person's "you're arrogant" is noise. 5 people's is a signal. Emotional temperature. Am I reacting to the message or the delivery? Ugly packaging can hide valuable content. The Stoic practice of the inner citadel teaches that no criticism can penetrate your core unless you grant it entry. Visualize your psyche as a fortress. Before allowing any critique past the gates, your mental sentries, the filters above, must vet it. Develop criticism immunity through the 24-hour rule. Never immediately respond to criticism. Sleep on it. The 10% principle. Assume only 10% of any critique is valid. Your job is to find it. The chess master mindset. Even harsh critics might reveal a move you missed. Psychological research shows that high performers use cognitive reappraisal. They reframe criticism as free coaching. When a critique stings, ask, what if this is a gift in ugly wrapping? The most cutting feedback often contains your greatest growth opportunities if you can stomach the unpacking. Practice criticism triage weekly. List recent critiques. Categorize, ignore / consider / implement. For implement, create one small action step. This transforms criticism from emotional landmines to growth fuel. Over time, you'll develop what psychologists call psychological resilience, the ability to extract value from negativity without internalizing its toxicity. This is the mark of emotional maturity. 5. Pressure reveals who you really are. Pressure doesn't create character, it reveals it. The difference between those who thrive under stress and those who crumble comes down to preparation, not personality. Elite performers don't magically handle pressure better, they've simply done the pre-work. Build your pressure preparedness system. Cognitive rehearsal. Visualize high-stakes scenarios daily. Neuroscientific research shows mental rehearsal activates the same neural pathways as physical practice. Imagine worst-case scenarios in your calm response. This builds stress inoculation. Physical anchors. Master tactical breathing. 4-4-4-4. Inhale 4 sec, hold 4, exhale 4, pause 4. Develop a pressure ritual, for example, straightening your tie, adjusting your posture to trigger calm. The 555 emergency protocol. When overwhelmed, name 5 things you see. Name 5 sounds you hear. Name 5 physical sensations. This grounds you in the present, short-circuiting panic. Military special forces use stress exposure training, gradually increasing challenges to expand comfort zones. Apply this. Week 1, take cold showers. Week 2, have difficult conversations you've avoided. Week 3, put yourself in mildly uncomfortable social situations. Research shows that how we interpret stress determines its impact. View pressure as excitement rather than threat. The physiological arousal is similar. The framing changes everything. Before high pressure moments, tell yourself, my body is preparing me to excel. Develop your pressure. If you want to master this, develop the discipline to keep your ambitions private. Work relentlessly, but do not seek applause. Let people wonder about your next move. Let them question how you stay so composed, so unfazed. The less they know, the more control you have. Silence is not passivity, it is strategy. It forces people to fill in the gaps, to speculate, to overthink, and in that uncertainty, you gain power. When you do speak, your words carry weight. People listen not because you demand attention, but because they know you don't waste words. In a world where everyone is desperate to be noticed, be the one who doesn't seek recognition. While others chase attention, you chase mastery. While they focus on appearing successful, you focus on actually becoming successful. Scale this script, keeping the same length, same vibe, different informations. This is the difference between those who talk about doing great things and those who actually do them. If you feel the urge to explain your plans, resist it. If you feel the need to prove yourself, hold back. If you want to show the world your progress, let your results do it for you. The moment you stop feeding external validation, you'll notice something. People will start paying attention. They will wonder how you did it. They will question how nothing ever seems to bother you. And that's when you'll know you've truly mastered the game, not because you told the world, but because you showed it without saying a word.